He is breaking out for the Duke Blue Devils as a rotational player, is having a fantastic year. We need to highlight the coach behind it all. We got to break it all down. What's up, guys? I'm Matt Long. Welcome to Duke Basketball 365. If you're a Duke Blue Devil basketball fan, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a ton. And thank you guys for 500 subscribers. You guys are absolutely amazing. I understand that I have not been posting enough, but you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for that, that milestone. So we are jumping in today to talk about Maliq Brown, Duke's forward, transferred in from Syracuse last season, and Maliq Brown has been an absolute defensive menace ever since he got to Durham, North Carolina. This season, he is averaging 5.3 points, 4.5 rebounds per game, and 1.7 assists per game, shooting 65.4% from the field. But we know that the impact of Maliq Brown goes farther than just what his offensive stats say. However, he started off statistically, or I should say offensively statistically, a little bit slow this season, but now Maliq Brown is starting to heat up, and there's one coach on the Blue Devils staff that he has called out as the reason for this jump in his production. From our insider, Matt Giles, who says that Maliq Brown said, "Being aggressive and trusting my work is the key to his point total against the Hokies." He said, "Listening to Coach Carrawell on how to be aggressive, taking my shots and being ready for the game." The Duke basketball staff encourages Maliq Brown to shoot wide open threes, then looks to come in the flow of the offense. And in the number 4 ranked Duke Blue Devils 72-58 road victory over the unranked Virginia Tech Hokies on Saturday afternoon, the 6'9", 225-pound senior power forward from Culpeper, Virginia, followed those instructions via his career-high 4 attempts beyond the three-point arc, although only knocking down one of those 4 attempts. Maliq Brown's shots from deep were just part of his scoring effort against the Hokies. The second-year Duke basketball reserve, transferring in 2024 following 2 seasons with the Syracuse Orange, finished the contest with 11 points, matching his most points in any game as a Duke Blue Devil. So Maliq Brown being encouraged by Chris Carrawell on the Duke coaching staff to shoot more threes, and that's what he is crediting for his outing against Virginia Tech, which is even more important to Maliq Brown because he is from the state of Virginia. Let's talk about the background for Coach Carrawell here. Chris Carrawell, now in his 8th season as a Duke basketball assistant and 4th as associate head coach under Jon Scheyer, was a defensive menace across his 4 years as a Blue Devil in 1996 to 2000, and also amassed 1,455 points for his career. Chris Carrawell played for Duke from 1996 to 2000, so before I was even born, but he is now having an impact on the coaching staff as he has decided, 8 years ago decided to join the Blue Devils coaching staff, in what just highlights how lucky we are to have the pipeline of fantastic players come through the Duke program. They play very well when they are here, when they are in college, and then a lot of them come back and take on coaching roles to help pay it forward for the next generation of Duke basketball players and help keep the tradition of elite basketball at Duke alive and well. And this is exactly what you want to see. Also, I love that Maliq Brown has a fantastic game, and instead of being like, "Oh yeah, I shot really well, I had a really great game," he used the opportunity to highlight someone who does not get as much media attention, doesn't get as much press. When you are, associate head coach, or when you are looking at the coaching staff for a college basketball team, everyone's looking at the head coach. Jon Scheyer is the guy who gets all the interviews and all the media attention for good reason. When we win, it's likely because of decisions he made and he gets the praise for it. And when we lose, it is also because of decisions that he made and he's going to take the blame for it. So it makes sense why everyone focuses all the coaching attention on Jon Scheyer. He is, of course, as a head coach, the most important coach on the Duke coaching staff. However, other assistant coaches are still guys that we need to be talking up because they all have a hand in why this program is as special as it is. And Carrawell being here for 8 seasons, 7 great seasons, and then the 2020 COVID season. So 7 great seasons, 1 not so great season. Pretty good run as an assistant coach with the Duke Blue Devils. Absolutely love everything about this story that we are able to talk about today. But there are more things going on. It is a Monday in the college basketball world, which means the rankings are going to be updated today, and there is some movement in the top 4. However, those rankings come out at 2 o'clock. We're getting this video out before then, but CBS Sports has predicted where they believe the rankings are going to fall, and they are still expecting the Duke Blue Devils to remain in that 4 spot and not jump up any higher. They have Michigan moving from 3 to 2, jumping the UConn Huskies. This is coming off of a week where Michigan beat Michigan State pretty convincingly, and earlier on in the week on Wednesday night, I believe, they had a really, really good comeback win versus currently ranked number 5 Nebraska. Nebraska lost 2 games this week, although to both top 10 teams. We're going to see how far down Nebraska falls. They're a really good team. I can't wait to watch Nebraska in March Madness, but CBS Sports has Michigan moving up, Duke staying exactly where they are, and they write, Duke remained one of only 3 major conference teams to have an unbeaten record in conference play, with wins over Louisville and Virginia Tech by 31 and 14 points respectively. This week, kind of butchered that sentence, but we're gonna push it forwards here. Duke is 9-0 against ACC opponents and 20-1 overall. Now, the problem that I have with this ranking is if we look at our advanced analytics, aka our KenPom rankings, those are the Kenneth Pomeroy college basketball rankings, which is what I use to put together my very successful college basketball March Madness bracket last season. And the KenPom rankings are advanced analytics that pretty much, it's analytics, it's predictive analytics for college basketball. Duke right now is ranked as the 3rd ranked team in the KenPom, and UConn, my face cam covers them a little bit. UConn is ranked as the 10th highest ranked team in the KenPom rankings, which is why I really think we should be above the UConn Huskies. If we are looking at these rankings right now, they tell us that come March Madness, Connecticut should be a 3 seed, not a 2 seed, and especially not the number 2 overall ranked team, which is what they currently are. So Duke, we really should be moving up. I was asking myself, who has Connecticut really beat? I checked their resume. They beat Florida, BYU, a couple other good SEC teams. They have a pretty solid resume, and especially they have the highest quality loss in the country. Their only loss, they are 21-1 right now. Their only loss is against the number 1 ranked Arizona Wildcats. So I can understand why they're ahead of us in the rankings, although I really believe that come the end of the season, we should be ranked ahead of the Connecticut Huskies. I am a little bit biased because I don't like their coach, but let's get this stuff right. All we can do is handle the games that we have on our schedule, and it starts next Tuesday, which is tomorrow, against Boston College. Handle the games on our schedule, and then let the rankings, let the seedings for March Madness, just let everything else in the college basketball world work itself out. That's what I got for this video. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video all the way through. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and go Duke.